Farebu, my man. Oh, yes, so no, wanna was nana. Farebu, my man. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, Udogu, Biafra. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Amorotomo agbada bururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo withrowe salon. With the same the freedom you brought to do well for us. Urobisoko with the same no. Amorotomo agbada guru. DM Simon John, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tithe cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isuku, we appreciate you awesome. Worry sister, say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Oh, Amorutamo Agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is it. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the sendo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the sendo. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabadaguru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sendo. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even lucky star in the sendo. You do well, with the sendo. That you do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. I am in tears of joy. For your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amorotomo Agbada Guru.
Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message to you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Wekumu Biafra, when the Siputa, Makamwero Wekanyinaga, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo, Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. Oh, when the Boroku, Makamwero Wangi, oh, when the Buruchekwa, Makamwero Wekumu Biafra, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo, Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Oh, Amadike no na donjon, Mugeweki Eremeyae. Odike, Mosike, Rurajobalike. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon M. It wants to smooth the string up and you never brother and down on my Ebudo. Oh, Guinea. Master Simon M. Emesu Wokwere, Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imapa Simon M. Iye Jamalike, Simon M. Watakatabo. Ojuda Kwenyi, Mwikwere Onyendu Kine Tata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Onyendu. Aniga Manuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you. The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Okwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Epa, or Guinea. Master Simon Epa, Biko, Kisiki, Kaka, Noku, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Uwe, people Onyendu, Kine, Mehata. I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Onyendu, and you got one who got I will follow you, and I will follow you, I will follow you. Oh, Madike Biafra, Dahi Boroka Biarole. Iye Jamadike, Biafra Republic Government Awutie. Iye Jamadike, Commander General Lewejiri. General Buduso, Suna Atakatawo. Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokunu.
asatata biko kulie nuo oge ruo biko kulie ihe jama ike oge ruo biko kulie nuo ihe jama ike oge maka Biafra wero putara anyị onye ndu ihe Simon Efa
witness me. I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me on today's program. I welcome every one of you that has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from Facebook, I welcome you. If you're joining me from the YouTube, I welcome you. I can see many people out there. Wherever you are connecting from, I say welcome. Thank you so much for being part of this morning program. And I say the Chukwu Kikabiam continue to guide and protect every one of you that has connected, either you are commenting or not. I welcome you. I can see my beloved brother Emily Kechibo. Thank you for joining. Emily Kechibo, I can see you there. I can see my beloved sister Linda TV show. Thank you so much. One of our formidable warrior on media. I can see Obodoma. Thank you so much for joining Obodoma. Irem Emmanuel, okay. Thank you so much for joining Irem Emmanuel. And every other person, whether I mention your name or not, you are highly welcome and you are special. Ngozi Obara, I can see you. Ngozi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. And so many other people that are joining us from Facebook, I welcome every one of you. For those who are joining us for the very first time, I want you to know that this very platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of Intensify. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do here simply is to encourage Biafrans to continue to hold on to their rights. And we stand here to debunk every lie that they have told against us from all corners, from all angles. We have come here to encourage Biafrans to continue to hold on to their legitimate rights, the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. These rights are the right that we must guide jealously. We must not give it up. And anybody that talks short out of this very right should be our first enemy. In this platform, if you stand against the restoration of Biafra, we are going to come hard on you. And I bet you at the end of the day, you will not like what you're going to get. So wherever you are watching us from, I want you to understand that in this platform, all we are here to do is to stand for our freedom, pursue it, get it, and hold on to it. There is no going back. It is forward ever and backward ever. Remember the word of our Supreme Master Nnamdi Kanu. He said it clearly that consistency is the key. And for us Biafrans, we are consistent in the pursuit of freedom, and nothing is going to change that. We have come this morning, as always, to interact with the world, interact with fellow Biafrans, and speak our mind. It's an interactive section, and you can see the link that I have posted on the YouTube. For those who are joining me and watching from YouTube, you can equally join me on stage if you are watching from YouTube. But if you're watching from Facebook, you can join on stage. But those who are watching from YouTube, you can join me on stage and be part of the discussion. All you need to do is to click the link and you come in. While you are coming in, please make sure you cover up yourself properly. Cover yourself properly. You can't appear on the platform naked. And when you are speaking, make sure you speak in a very civil manner. Speak in a civil manner so that the world will understand you, so that those who we are addressing will understand you. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile Cabinet is also watching. Our Prime Minister is also observing. So you must present your matter in a manner that is understandable so that the whole world can be able to digest your speech and understand you. Excuse me. So, my fellow Biafrans, we have come once again today to continue to preach that gospel of freedom, and no man is going to stop us. If you are a Biafran, you have the right to speak on this platform because it is your platform. This is your platform, and it is not mandatory that you must use English. In this platform, you can communicate in any language of Biafran of your choice. As long as you are a Biafran, you are free to speak in any Biafran language, communicate to us, extend your message to us, and we will allow you in. It is important to carry everybody along. We know there are some people among us in Biafran land that do not understand the long grammar that we are speaking. So if you are from any region of Biafran land, from Igede, from Ijo, from Ibibio, from Igbo land, from any part of Biafran land that you are from, you can speak in your own dialect to reach to your own audience and let the world see our great diversity. Healthy diversity, not the kind of one you have in the zoo. What you have in the zoo is destructive diversity, which has no resemblance anywhere. But in the case of us in Biafra land, we have diverse tongue, and in that diverse tongue, it does not separate us. We have one value system. One value system, that is what we have. The value system of everyone in Biafra land is one. That is the difference between us and the Zoological Republic. So don't be confused when we talk about our diversity, our diverse tongue. in Biafran land is a healthy one. But when you come to value system, we have one value system. But in the zoo, we do not have the same value system. The value system in the north, in the southwest, and in the southeast is not the same. So these are different people that doesn't have anything in common, forced together to be together by force. And we are here to end it all so that everyone will live peacefully in their own region, grow at their own space, in their own speed. That is all we are asking for. Our request is not a wicked one. We are not making our request out of envy, jealousy, greed, or whatever. No, it is a healthy request to make sure that every region, regardless your tribe, your religion, begin to grow at their own speed, in their own space, peacefully. That is what we ask for. So when we talk about the disintegration of Nigeria, it is not a hateful request. It is a peaceful request, so that every region will exist peacefully on their own area. It is not a selfish request. It's not just for us. It is going to affect every indigenous person so that people will begin to grow in their own space, at their own speed, without any interruption. Practice whatever religion you want to practice whatever system you want to practice, and nobody is going to distract you. That is what we're asking for. That is not too much to ask for. So when we ask for those requests, don't see it as if we are speaking against you. It is so sad that some people take it upon themselves that when you say that you want to end Nigeria, that Nigeria should end, they think it's a personal attack to them. I don't know why people see it in that form. People take it personal when you call for the end of Nigeria. Even when we know truly, if you are sincere and truthful to yourself, you can understand that the people that care about humanity today are the people who are calling for the end to that contraption called Nigeria. These are the individuals that care about humanity. The kind of death that is happening in that contraption called Nigeria, the kind of wickedness and hatred that is existing among the people who are claiming to be one is immeasurable. When that bomb is going to explode, it is going to explode and no one is going to survive in it. That is why we want to end it before it happens. We want to end it before it becomes much more dangerous than it is today. After you end it, every region will still grow at their own space. Every state in that contraption has resources. Every region has resources to grow themselves. People will begin to look inward on how to solve their problem. People will begin to look inward on how to develop themselves. But today, what you see is envy and jealousy, bickering from east, west, north, and south. People are busy talking about irrelevant issues. People are busy fighting those who are not fighting them. Today, you see people have taken upon themselves that each time they come online, they speak against the Biafran people. What crime have the Biafran people committed? Nothing. The only thing they are asking for is independence. They want to be on their own. That is the only request Biafrans are making. Biafrans are not asking for any resources from anybody. They are not asking for land from anybody. They are not asking for any help. They are not asking for any political post. What they are asking is their independent freedom for them to make a choice on what they want and how they want to do it. But you see people come online because of a genuine request we are making. They take it upon themselves and they speak as if it's an attack against them. I don't know how a Biafran requesting for freedom becomes an attack against an individual. If you do not want to be free, if slavery is part of you, you are born a slave. It is a different thing. Enjoy it and go ahead with it. But those of us who are freeborn and we never agree to be a slave, allow us to fight for our freedom and get it. Allow us. It doesn't matter what it costs. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. We don't beg you. We don't ask you to support us. Just stay away. Stay away. Stay away. We know that the freedom we are pursuing today is going to affect every indigenous person in that contraption. It will set a space for everybody to be free. It will give room for everybody to be free. The freedom of speech you have in Nigeria today to discuss about constitution and some other issues is because of the restoration of Biafra that we are pursuing. Biafra have already given voices to people in that contraption called Nigeria. There was a time when you dare not talk about disintegration of Nigeria. There was a time when you dare not mention restructuring in Nigeria. There was a time when you dare not mention regional government in Nigeria. If you mention it, it's almost like a death sentence. But today, people are discussing it in the open. on their conventional media, in their Senate. They are discussing it everywhere. People can now talk about restructuring, talk about the regional government, speak about it on different occasions. All thanks to the Biafra people. If not for the formidability of Biafra people, such will not happen. But instead of showing this appreciation and gratitude to Biafrans, what we receive is hatred. What we receive is unnecessary attacks, even against people who we are fighting for, people who are going to benefit from what we are doing. But regardless of what they do, regardless of what they say, it will not stop us from fighting for that which is right. The Biafran people will continue to pursue freedom until we are free. My fellow Biafrans that have joined this platform today, remember today is another day, and I have to introduce the topic of today before we get carried away. The topic of today, it says, Biafrans must brace up as the journey of freedom intensifies. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Biafrans must brace up as the journey to freedom intensifies. You must brace up yourself. Every one of us must begin to learn to stand strong. We have said it time and time again, right from the time of our school that freedom is not given, it is taken. There's nothing good that comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. Wherever you are today as a Biafran, you must begin to prepare yourself from now onwards. In this year, 2024, is going to mark the beginning of the journey. It is not going to be roses. It is not going to be easy. It is going to be tough. But when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. This message is very, very important. Every Biafran has to tighten up their belt. Remember, the journey has just started. As we are preparing to go for the convention in Finland, November, December, as we prepare towards the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, December 2nd, the journey will begin. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must begin to understand where we are headed. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra is a very, very important step that must be taken. But that is not the end. Don't think that after the declaration, that is all. That is not all. I want you to have it at the back of your mind that the Pharaoh we are fighting is not going to let go. If you can look back during the time of the children of Israel, for those of us who are Christians, according to the story of the Bible, when the children of Israel were about to leave the Egyptian land, Moses came forward. Moses was pushed forward by Chukwukabia to go and remove his children. Moses focused and met Pharaoh. When Moses confronted Pharaoh, Moses performed so many miracles before Pharaoh to convince Pharaoh that it is the Chukwukabia that has authorized him to set the children of Israel free. When Pharaoh refused, Chukwukabia sent a lot of trouble to the Egyptians. There were a lot of trouble to the Egyptians, plague. There were different kinds of famine, plague of different kinds, suffering of different kinds. Still yet, Pharaoh refused to let the children of Israel go. They refused to let the children of Israel go. The Egyptian Pharaoh refused to let them go. It went to the extent until every firstborn in Egypt began to die, starting from this first son of Pharaoh himself. That was when Pharaoh knew that this is too much. And he decided to let the children of Israel to go. But even as at that, when they were going, he felt as if he made a mistake. He chased them, he pursued them. He pursued them until he went to the Jordan River. It was at that Red Sea. It was at the Red Sea. That was where the whole thing ended. After Chukwukabia divided the Red Sea, and the children of Israel walked towards the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his chariot were still pursuing them. They didn't want to let go. That was where Chukwu ended it all with that Red Sea, divided it. The children of Israel passed, and when Pharaoh and his chariots were coming, they were all swallowed. The case of Biafra is not going to be easy. The Pharaoh we are facing today, Asoro of Nigeria, will not let go. If you think that after declaration they will just allow us to go, it is not going to be. There will be a fight. They are going to put up a fight. It is very important that we put this at the back of our mind, so that tomorrow you don't begin to be like those who were taken out from the promised land, who were going to the promised land. At the end of the day, you went to the road because of difficulties. You begin to prefer to go back to where you are coming from. The journey is starting, and as we are starting the journey, you must prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. After December 2nd, the main game is going to start. And don't think that the zoo will just walk out of Biafra land. They will not. Do not in any way think that the zoo will just pack up and move out of Biafra land. They will not. They are going to put up a fight. And because of that, you must prepare yourself. But your strength should be that this battle you are seeing has been won already spiritually. We have won the battle already. It is only left for us to go through the journey, the process. We are only passing through the process. These are necessary processes that we must pass for us to secure our freedom. It is necessary. You cannot jump it. There is no step that you can jump. The step we are about to enter now, they are very, very necessary and essential for us to get into the promised land. It is not going to be an easy journey. From the very first moment the struggle started, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not promise us an easy journey. He never told us that it's going to be roses. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, from day one have never told us that it's going to be roses. The message has always been that we should be prepared. We should strengthen up ourselves. That was why the process started from the seat at home. The seat at home was in preparation for what we are going to face in time to come, so that you not be taken unaware. All those were the processes they have to pass to prepare you for what is coming. My fellow Biafrans, it is very, very important that we begin to prepare our mind, prepare our hearts, prepare ourselves for what is coming ahead. As an individual in Biafran territory, the Zoological Republic government will never go without a fight. They are going to put up a fight in Biafran territory. But the beautiful thing is that we are going to dictate the pace of that fight. And at the end of the day, we are going to win. We are going to, there is no doubt whatsoever. We are going, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That is the guarantee. Each time you are facing a difficult situation, each time you see as if it's becoming so difficult, always remember there is light at the end of the tunnel. And in saying this, I want you to hear, most of you must have seen the message that our Prime Minister preached yesterday, a very urgent message that he delivered, speech. I am going to replay that message. These messages are important for it to keep our mind on check. You know that the enemies of Biafra are so many. The propagandas, the blackmail, they are already preparing themselves. So we walk ahead of time, just like Mazi Simon Ekpa will say that we are 1,000 miles ahead of them. We know what they are going to do and what they're going to take and how they are going to attack the Biafrans emotionally. So for us to defeat that emotional battle, we are going on this direction. I'm going to replay the message of our Prime Minister that he delivered yesterday, an emergency message. I want you to listen carefully to every single statement our Prime Minister is going to make. It will guide you to the direction we are going. It will guide you in a difficult time. It will guide you in a time when you feel like you're losing faith. Biafra is going to come. It does not matter what you think, how you feel. It doesn't matter the propaganda, the blackmail, the delay. Biafra is here. Let us listen to this message of our Prime Minister, and then we will come back and continue with the message.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Today is 20th day of August 2024, and I am here speaking to you from my base in Finland. I want to inform every one of you because it has become very imperative as we approach December convention in Finland. You must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the delegitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks, you are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate how this particular war will be fought. We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the delegitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years of battle for the legitimacy of Biafra government. It is not something that happened in one day. It is not something that happened immediately after our declaration on 2nd of December. But 2nd of December will mark the beginning of a very long battle, which we are going to show our determination with our actions and inactions. So my fellow Biafrans, all I'm here to tell you this afternoon is for you to understand that after the declaration on December 2nd, 2024, the battle begins. And we are not going to stop. If it is going to take us 20 years to fight Nigeria differently than what we did in the 67 and 70, we are ready for it. If it takes also 23 years for Taliban to defeat America and they left their land, we are ready to fight even 40 years. Since 1967 to 2024, Nigeria continued to fight us. The only thing is that we have not fought Nigeria until now. And in this fight, we are still defending ourselves. So 2nd of December will mark the beginning of the Biafra liberation. Do not expect something or any magic to happen. We will make the magic to happen. Thank you, and may God bless you.
You have heard from the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. This message is very, very important. I want you to listen to it over and over again. One thing about our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, one thing that made me to love him so much is that you can't take him unawares. We cannot take Mazi Simon Ekpa unawares. And he is ahead of time. He is working ahead of time. Not in the secret, in the open, carrying every one of us along. I bet you the only person today that we say he is not seeing the progress of Biafra or what is happening is somebody who is not paying attention, an ignorant idiot that is not paying attention. If you are following Mazi Simon Ekpa, just follow his Twitter handle and every other platforms of Biafra. There is no way you'll be confused or say you are being taken away. This statement he just made, answers a very strong question, which they have already started asking. And we know that they are going to create propaganda around the message. They are already waiting us with their propaganda. But the beautiful thing is that we are all prepared. And our Prime Minister has always been ahead to prepare us ahead of time before it happens. You will have it at the back of your mind. Because some of you are going to be asked this question. The Afonjas and the IPOB in Nigeria will confront you with some of these questions. They will tell you, oh, you said Biafra will come. Has it come? The same thing they were telling us in Africa. They will tell you, you gave a date. And look at the date. They will tell you, you declared Biafra. Where is the Biafra? Do not shake. Do not get distracted. These are the processes we must pass to establish a nation that will compete with other nations. What we are talking about is a country. It is not a family meeting, not a social club. For you to establish a country that will compete with the world powers across the board, you must have to be prepared to put everything on the line and do what you have to do. And one of the first things we are doing, just as our professor have said, the delegitimization of the terrorists in our section, which is the Nigerian government. The delegitimization of Nigerian government in Biafran territory, and the legitimization of Biafran government. That is one of the major things we are going to achieve 2nd of December 2024. And when you have achieved that legitimization and delegitimization of the zoo, the process of defense commences. They will never go without a fight. If anybody is telling you that the zoo will pack up and go without a fight, that person is deceiving you. And that is what our Prime Minister is just saying. That these people will not go into a fight, and we are ready to fight them for as long as we take for them to vacate our land. The Biafran Republic government in exile, with the use of Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Liberation Army will fight them until they leave Biafran territory. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It does not matter how long it takes. And one of the major things is there is that we are going to dictate the pace of the fight. Our Prime Minister has said it time and time again, we cannot engage in conventional warfare with Nigeria. We will not. We will never. It doesn't matter how they push it. That is the beauty of the whole thing. We dictate the pace. We dictate how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, and when it's going to happen. They have no say in it. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you must stand up and begin to prepare yourself for what is coming. The defense of Biafran land is a responsibility that falls on the shoulder of every Biafran. Our land must be defended. You have a responsibility. I have a responsibility. The enemy we are up against, they will never go without a fight. Remember, freedom is not given, it is taken. And for you to take your freedom, you have to go extra miles. And today, that extra miles, we are ready to go. That is why you see the Biafran government calling for support from Biafrans from right and center. That is why you see us conducting fundraising every Saturday, every weekend. You are hearing about the IOU loan that the government of Biafra have put in place. You are hearing about other meetings that Biafrans are holding with Biafrans. All these things are targeted to make sure that our liberation is sealed and sound. The delegitimization of Nigerian government is going to intensify after the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, December 2nd. It will be a different ball game. every Biafra must prepare your mind. They are going to come with their propaganda. Some of them are going to ask you, oh, you have declared Biafra. Why is it that they are still here? This is happening, this is happening. They are going to be there. But I bet you, just like the Israelis blow out the British from their country, we are going to blow them out of our country. Our Supreme President Nandekano explained how the Israelis drove away the British from their land. The way the Israelis drove away the British from their land, how they did it was they blew them out. They blew them. This is not. They blew them out of the land, and the British left Jewish land, and the state of Israel was created. We are going to do even more. We are going to do even more. So begin to prepare your mind. Prepare yourself. It is not enough to cry about freedom. It is not enough to speak about freedom. It is not enough to shout. It is time for action. Put your words to action. And that is where we are today. The government of Biafra is doing everything humanly possible under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samareba, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. You have nothing to fear. The only thing that is required today is the resources to do the job. The manpower is already there. The manpower is already there. The only thing required today is the resources to do the job. So if you are blessed and you have the resources, please bring it in. Put your money where your mouth is. We are going to engage them right, left, and center. After the declaration of Biafra, it is not going to be the same thing anymore. We know they are going to come up, they are going to put up a fight. But the beautiful thing is that every time they come, remember, we are going to dictate the pace, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. The battle for the freedom of Biafran people have been won already. We have won the battle already. It's just a question of time. And we have to pass through the process of time to get to that point. My fellow Biafrans, do not get distracted. We are not pursuing something that is evil. We are pursuing a just cause. All we are asking is allow us to survive and exist as a human being. The Biafran people have been made endangered species in their own land. Nobody cares about our issue. Nobody is talking about it. From 1967, when genocide was committed in Biafra land, up to today, the people that committed the genocide are being celebrated in Nigeria. Nobody has been held accountable. Even when the CIA has a credible information of the genocide that was carried out in Biafran territory, nobody has been punished. Nobody has been held accountable. Instead, they come out today and they throw it at our face. We still see them talk down on Biafran people. And in 2024, it has degenerated to the extent today that you see some people who devote themselves to attack the Biafran people unnecessarily. Sometimes when I come across some of them on either Twitter or TikTok, you hear people gathering and be talking all manner of nonsense. I wonder where those people keep their conscience. I wonder where they keep their conscience. But I thank you that in 2024, many Biafrans are awake. I just saw a news that someone posted that a Biafran in Lagos State, by his own self, destroyed the mansion that he built. A Biafran businessman based in Alaba International woke up in the morning and decided to destroy the mansion he built in Lagos State and return back home. In his own word, he said he put the house on sale and nobody was coming to buy the house. The only people who were even able to buy the house are still his own brothers. The people who can be able to buy the house are still his own Igbo brothers. And he said he cannot transfer this suffering, intimidation to someone else. That he cannot transfer this failure to someone else. Instead, he brought the house down completely. For some of you, you think the Biafran issue is a joke, right? Some of you still think it is a joke. Some of you think when we say that you are not a Nigerian and Nigeria is not for you, some of you Biafrans don't still understand it. But I bet you there are people who have understood it properly. Many Biafrans are understanding it, and I bet you many Biafrans are moving back home. Many Biafrans are moving back home from wherever they are. They told you that Biafrans love money, they love business. If they tell you that the Biafran man will stand up and destroy his building, even when they were offered, and people who were offering to buy the house, we are still the same fellow Biafrans. He said over his dead body, will he hand over this intimidation, this destruction to another fellow Biafran? None of those idiots who are talking about leave their land, put the land on sale, they can't afford it. And that is one thing. That is one thing everyone knows. That is why they are jealous of you. You see some of them today who come and campaign. They say the Biafrans should leave their land. Igbo should leave their land. Their hope is that when you leave, they will come and occupy your property free. That is their target. They talk about the abandoned property of the Civil War. During the Civil War, when there were so many abandoned properties that they seized, they thought that in 2024 they can still seize Biafran property. You are a dreamer. For those idiots who are hoping on seizing property of Biafra, you are a dreamer. In 21st century, in the year 2024, you cannot seize any property that belongs to Biafra. You cannot. It does not matter what it takes. It cannot. We know that the world is corrupt. Even though there is a system in the world on how to appropriate properties and other things abroad, there are international law that guards all those. Even though we know they don't obey it, Nigeria doesn't obey it today because we are with them. Nigeria can effectively destroy our property without compensation because we are still part of Nigeria. Nigeria can still effectively take away our property before our own very eyes because we are in them. I bet you when Biafra becomes a sovereign nation, the only thing you need to do as a Biafran is to make sure you keep every document intact. Make sure that every property you have in that area, you got it legitimately with your documents intact. They will never take any of your property. Biafran government will never watch them take any single pin from anybody. Instead of them to take it, we will destroy it and pay the owner. Just like that Biafran do. That Biafran, you see, he just set an example. Instead of him to hand over that property to another person to suffer, a fellow Biafran who can afford it, because the idiots who are there talking in their mouth, they cannot even afford it. He destroyed the house. For every property we have in Biafra land, there will never be any abandoned property again to anybody. It will not happen. The only reason why they are succeeding in that is because we are still part of them. Today, China is seizing their presidential jet. You saw what China is doing today? A Chinese company, not even a country. A Chinese company, if a Chinese company can be able to seize their presidential jet, three presidents, if a Chinese company, an ordinary company, not a government, not a country, a company, if a company can seize a presidential jet of this world, you can imagine what Biafrans will do to them if they tamper with any of our property. You can imagine how far we can go. A Chinese company took them all the way to US, United States, filed a case, court case in the United States and in France, and won the case. And their properties were being impounded abroad. My fellow Biafrans, fear not. If you have any property anywhere in this Zoological Republic, just make sure you keep your documents intact. Keep it intact. Keep it intact. We are in 21st century. This is not 1967. They were able to claim and steal our properties in 1960 because they still dragged us into them. We kept quiet and we were still in them. But when we become a sovereign nation, we know where to take them. We know how to get our properties. We know how to get everything we have in the zoo. Trouble not yourself. If that is why you are not supporting Biafra, I bet you begin to invest in Biafra. Your properties are secure. If your reason for not supporting the exit of Biafra from the zoo is because of your property, your hotel you build, your this and that, don't worry. Only thing you have to do is to make sure that your documents are intact. Make sure you have a legal documents. Keep them safe. And I bet you there will never be any abandoned property left by any Biafra to any idiot. Because when you watch them speak, go to their platform, most of their platform, you will see that it is envy, jealousy, and their target is just to take your property. That is it. It is just about jealousy. They are jealous of what you have. They are envious of what you have. When they speak with so much jealousy and envy. But I bet you, it is a different ballgame this time. No amount of blackmail or propaganda will stop us from getting out of the zoo. We are going to walk out of the zoo. And we're going to build our own nation. And we are going to retrieve every single thing we have in that zoo. We will retrieve it. We have the capacity to build our nation and make it what it will be. We don't need the help of anybody. We have all it takes to be on our own, survive on our own. We have been surviving. From 1967 Civil War to date, we have been surviving. Even when they took away every single thing we had, they left us with 20 pounds each. Today, the economy of the zoo is still in the hands of the Biafrans. Then you can imagine what Biafrans could do when they have a level playing ground. You can imagine what the Biafrans could do when they have a system that supports their development, that promotes their businesses, that supports them in what they are doing. You can imagine the achievement we can make. My fellow Biafrans, there is no going back. We must consistently continue to pursue our freedom. Do not be weakened. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is every reason to ask for out of that zoo. The zoo is not doing us any good. They are holding us down. Using some of the efulefus among us. They are using some of the efulefus, some idiotic efulefus, who have sold their soul to the devil. They use them to manipulate the rest of people. And I bet you, this manipulation will not be for too long. They have done it enough. And it is time for us to walk away and go home. We have all it takes to be who we have to be. Right from the time immemorial, from the time the British gave them the fake independence, even during the time of regional government, the Biafrans were performing excellently well. And it is because of the jealousy of the Biafrans then, that is why they are still fighting us up today. Even during the regional government, Michael Opara was doing excellently and abundantly well. The fastest growing economy in the whole world then. The fastest growing economy then was the southeastern economy, built by Michael Opara. And that was why when the revolutionists came, the revolutionists did not talk about him because he was doing exceedingly well. While he was busy building that area, the north and the west were doing different things altogether. You were busy battling for posts. You were busy battling for who to become the Alpha and Omega. While Michael Opara was doing wonderfully well. The North was building their empires, trying to carry their Quran into the Atlantic Ocean, planning genocide everywhere. And Chukwuma Kaduna went on with his group to conduct a revolution. And in that revolution, Michael Opara was left aside. That is why when they come, they'll tell you, oh, they took the person from the southwest, they took somebody from the southeast, and then they take it. Why will you take somebody from the southeast? He was doing excellently well during that time. He was performing excellently well. So why would you touch him? And in case you don't know that, let me play a video of the account of Michael Opara, what he did in the southeastern region while he was there. We can still do much, much, much better. From that time of Michael, there has never been anybody that beat that record of Michael Opara till today. No individual, no human being has beaten that record. The man left up to today. Up to today. We have people who have brain, who can do things. But the Zoological Republic is not giving them the conducive environment to explore and be who they want to be. Let's listen to the story about Michael Opara.
When I visited him in Ireland, this was about 1973, and one day he said, let's go have a drink and or maybe eat. Then he said he was living in a one-bedroom apartment, and that when I wrote to him, he decided to move into a two-bedroom apartment. So whilst we were eating, he said, look, Uzo, you will say, you will say your father was minister for 8 years, premier for 6 years, and we're living in a two-bedroom apartment in Dublin, in Ireland. And then he said to me, listen, my ambition was not to be a rich man. If my ambition was to be a rich man, I would have been one of the richest people in Africa. But my ambition was to put food on the table for the people of Eastern Nigeria and create wealth and employment. And I tell you, Uzo, to that extent, I was successful. And I'm happy. I'm a free man. I'm very happy. And if you also read the book by Pius Okibo, Oparanomics, because Pius and Dr. Opara were very, very close friends. They went to Yaba Higher College together. Dr. Pius Okibo was in the sciences, was in the arts. Dr. Opara was in the sciences where he studied medicine, but they were very close. And he wrote this book because, again, he was the economic advisor in former Eastern Nigeria. So he was part of it. And Pius would say, one of the things I admired about my friend, Mike, was that he was not intimidated by Samuelson economics or the economic indices. All he just wanted to do, you could talk to him about economic policies and points, and he'll end up and saying, Pius, I want to put food on the table for the people of Eastern Nigeria. I want to create wealth. I want to create employment. I believe that that is the main reason why there is a clamor. Opara built roads, yes, but people don't remember Dr. Opara because he built roads. They remember him because he created 24 cups of gari, 1 shilling. 24 eggs, 1 shilling. There was food everywhere. Listen, you remember, Charles, that Dr. Michael Opara built so many farm settlements, so many. Ozowani, Ibariam, Ohaji Egbema, Umuahia North, and a very large one in Ogoja at Boki. Then they had rubber estates. It was endless. It's countless. What about the industries? Michelin tires in Port Harcourt, glass factory in Trans Amadi, Golden Guinea Breeze, modern ceramics, Nigesem, and one of the best cement plants ever built in this country, Calsemco, Calabar Cement Plant. The rubber plants which were built, Turner's Asbestos, the first Niger Steel plant, Pepsi Cola Port Harcourt, it's an endless list. The Owerri Shoe Factory, people, you know the relevance. People want Dr. Opara. They're not going to have Dr. Opara back anyway. He's no longer there. But they remember him because he created jobs.
That was a very brief story of a patriot, Michael Okpara. In the old southeastern region, he was a man who created the highest growing economy there in the old southeastern region. Not like the idiots we have today who call themselves politicians. Not like the idiots who see today who call themselves patriots when they have nothing to offer. People who doesn't have any plan for their people. You just had a story of Michael Okpara, whose only mission is to put food on the table of the people from the old southeastern region. That is what a leader is supposed to be. And I said this several times, that we produce leaders. Biafrans produce leaders, not rulers. The people that have rulers are the Zoological Republic, and every ruler you see, they are always attached to the Zoological Republic. But leaders, that is what we have in Biafra. When you talk about leaders, you can see our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekam. Talk about our present Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. People who have their people at heart. People whose only mission is how to benefit their own people and make their people have a better life. It is not about them. It's not about them. Not the selfish people we see today as politicians. And the earlier we begin to understand the reality of today, the better for us. I pray that Chukwu Okike will give us that grace to begin to do things the way we are supposed to do it. I pray that Chukwu Okike will open our eyes to prepare us for what is coming, because we are going to enter a different realm very soon. Prepare yourself. It is not a plane. It is not roses. You must tighten up your belt. Don't say you are not told. Remember, the Supreme Leader of IPOB always told us, consistency is the key. As long as we are consistent, at the end of the day, we will sing the beautiful song in the promised land. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. You're welcome, my beloved sister. Thank you for joining. Good to see you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very, very much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, our leader. Good morning, Itiare Kondo, our PM. Yes, my people. Our PM word makes me come in. I know I listen too, but I've been listening because I was busy. I cannot come in time. So, because of these people, my brother, as this program you just play now, they know, written no. We are the people feeding them. They want to turn us to slave, the new model slave, in the world, in their brain. They thought they conquer us, they make us like we will not know who we are anymore. I even remember in my own grandmother, I always said it. That time, palm fruit. My grandmother worked for the for Carado Estate in Akampa, Ogoja side. Palm fruit that time.
Yeah.
But if you go now, all that time, everything was okay. Nobody suffer, nobody crying, nobody said, oh, this one you are my enemy, or this one you are this. So they don't know these people have been cooking something, like they are fools, people where this intellectual fool join with them. We forget what we are. It's very, very painful, my darling. When you listen something like this, it's very, very painful. And you will not ask yourself, did this politician sue government? They post Nigerian sue government, post in the south is in Biafra land. You where you're suffering, to your brain, go back and reason the way you are before these people. How they do it? By them transfer cows. Cows from desert. Cow from many, you don't even know where these people, not even a better cow. Cow where then they sleep, animal where then they sleep with the animal. They will come in and destroy your crops. Destroy everything. Be a businessman, your farm, your cassava. How do you want to live if your government do that to you? Hmm? You will be, a farmer. You will be say with that farmers where you will plant and you bring things to the market, people will buy organic food. But they will come in. What about agriculture? The people where they shout, you borrow money to plant this. They will bring cow from nowhere to destroy all those farms. And government will not say a word. It will not say, oh, this kind of thing is not supposed to happen. It's not only them eating that your crop with the cows. They will uproot it from the ground and feed the cow. What you cannot do for where you come from. You don't even have those kind of things. But this now, you are not even wicked, these people. You want to kill them with hunger. That one is not okay for these people. After they destroy the farm, they will destroy your house. They will destroy your business. And they will still say you are the problem. Where do you hear that kind of where do you, in short, even though get sense, where do you hear that kind of thing in this world? Not ordinary people, not people in the street destroying your market or destroying your house. Now government. And they will still turn back again and tell that you, I destroyed this your house, you have nowhere to go, you have means of life anymore, than you are the problem. And these people will still come out and shout that they don't have money anymore in Nigerian government. Where the money is coming from? Is it from the people you're destroying their market? And they will sell, they will get the money, they will pay tax for government, they will put the money in the bank saving. That is where the government will use it and do everything, but they destroy it. You don't have work, you don't have anything. You become a jobless. Listen now, they destroy you, they cry back again. Why are they doing that? They want to collect your land. When they do this, you tire. When you tire, you cannot continue like this anymore. Let me join jihad. I cannot cry anymore. They will be like, oh, they pamper you before you know. All your children will become a beggar in the streets. Just that. So you don't have say. That is why they destroy all our things. Go back, as you said, abandoned property, where they collect from us. Reason backward. When they're doing this, they thought too, where they start, we will leave our property for them. Thank God for Itare Kondo. And he's telling them now that you can never penetrate anymore. We are original government. Yes, that is the truth. It's that not for everywhere. As long we are not Nigeria, we go out from Nigeria, you can't destroy our market anymore. Because the one you forfeit in 1960 or the time of genocide, you forfeit all their houses. I can tell you till today, they are still crying from that house. They are the only, they cannot build their own houses. Their children come in the house, they check out that time, how many years? I'm not lying. It's there where they call River State or Ibocha. Go to Lagos, go to my one, all the bonded property, those things where they collect from us, give you 20 euro, give 20 pounds. The same that house where they are still living till today. Their children cannot work. Their children still crying. They cannot build their own houses. They don't know where it comes from because it's not yours. Your grandchildren, if back will die, Leave the house where they collect from us from 20 euro. Their children, the house, some of them don't burn finish. They cannot build their own houses. Imagine that kind of thing. And then they are not reasonable. You go to Bonny, the house they collect from you. If you go to Bonny where then they say Igbo, that is the truth. Igbo houses, those houses where they collect from you, they give you 20 pounds. And they collect that house, they leave. Their children, they are still living there. They cannot build their house. Either they turn to drunkard, or they keep dragging the same that place. In Papa go die finish. In short, then they kill themselves because of that place. They cannot build their own. What no belong to you is not for you. And they don't make sense. Instead of that, because of that, they go still collect money to say, oh, Biafra, go. You know, you don't know that Biafra things where you're living. You cannot even make a means out of your life. I just want to say this. Because our property, our things, our sweat, you can't take it anymore. You can't. Because we have rights. Even here when I'm living, if they want to build a house, you have no right to destroy another house behind you. But in Nigeria, when they want to build that nonsense things called house, they will destroy all the building in the street. Just to keep you jobless. The pain they want to cause for you. That is what they show it in your own face. And now, they said, enough is enough. And me, Mary too, and you, and all of us, the lover of freedom, who love their life, said enough is enough. We stand here. And he said, and that is the truth. Ending is not easy, my darling. But you will decide your life, your generation life, your future. Your mother, you know where your father, your mother come from, you will never leave it to Fulani. Then you must fight. Till the land get peace. Till the land, all of them pack all their things, go out in our land. It doesn't matter how it takes. We can never give it to them anymore. When we declare for 2 December, these few days will come out. It will be so hot because nobody will look face for anybody. And at the day where we stand, yeah, other countries do it. It was not for pride of gold. It was not just giving. Where I am, this Netherlands, they fight for it. Do you know the kind of brutal war Netherlands fight? With Dutchland, with Italy? Do you know? You don't know, but me, I'm enjoying now. So why I will not do it for my own land? I will do it 1,000 times coming. And nobody will stand in my way. And I want you to be the same thing. When we have peace, Italy don't say it. And you know it's true. So my people, we move. Fund Biafran, love Biafran. Make sure you will not listen to any monkeys. You will not listen to sue government Nigerian. They have propaganda. They have lies. They're born with evil. They are evil. So we will tell them how then they deal with evil. We are the light. Yes. We are fire. We go burn them into two. So you must stand with it. Till your land, you have what you want. That is my word. Love your nation. Love your soldiers. Make sure you vote. Make sure you make your ID card if you're in Europe. Confession. Declaring and destroy the store and whatever you want to call it is for you. Do it and come there and sign make sure your handwriting enter for the book of heaven. Thank you, my people. Love your leader. Make sure you vote so that it will come out very soon. And your ID card. Yeah?
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
much. We can see we have a visitor there, Young Wealthy from Econ State. Okay. Young Wealthy, go on, speak. Let's hear from you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning to all my fellow Biafrans across the world.
Good morning.
Yeah, I appreciate for your wonderful work and
Thank you, my
our
brother.
Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. You guys are doing great job. Very, very
Thank you.
fantastic. I must confess, I am super glad. So excited that everything is in double progress because of your relentless efforts and inputs. So I appreciate so much. And my
Thank
prayer
you.
for you guys is God will give you more wisdom, strength to continue this great and fantastic job. I I came up this morning. Just I'm going to be brief because of a lot around.
All right.
So I want to use this opportunity to thank our Prime Minister for the 1 month lockdown that he has announced. And this is what Biafrans have been waiting for. And so I've heard from a lot of our people around me, in fact, commenting over it, and that they are so excited about that announcement, and that is their long expectation that is coming to pass now. So we became so glad all together as we have been sharing among ourselves the development, the progress that the government in exile is making on our behalf altogether.
Yes.
So we are strongly behind you, the government of Biafra in exile, and we are doing our very best. We are voting continuously to hit more number than the 50 million voters we have attained.
Absolutely. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm registering people continually. Yeah.
That's good.
Through our e-voting. And many of our young ones, Hajide, have been asking how they could join the forces of Biafra to fight the cause. I tell them we shall get to that. So sir, I hope you have my WhatsApp with you.
Yeah, I think I have it. You can send me a message again so that I can be able to get it. Maybe I
So
quite forgot.
there are vital info that we are supposed to share together, so um we can
You
abbrace
have my WhatsApp,
ourselves
right?
with
You have mine?
yeah, I have it. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
it.
just send me a message. I will get it. As soon as I get your message, I will respond.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So thank you from here. I think if I have much time tomorrow, I have to come in. I have a lot exposition to share with us across the world.
It is very
I have a lot
important,
of
more
exposition.
especially those people, you people that are in the homeland. It is very
Yeah,
important when you have any information. It is very, very important. Feel free to share
yeah.
it. You are in the Ecom state, right? Ecom state.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's very, very important. Any information, feel free. You can share it. If you want to share in public, you can come here and share it. Speak to people and they will hear you. If it is one you send privately, you can send it privately. If you need to get to our Prime Minister, I will make sure it gets there. So it is very important. Every one of us must put hand on deck. We have a work to do.
All right, sir.
Everyone must do it.
All right, sir.
You can see our beloved sister there. Sister Mary, you are Ecom State, right?
Oh, sorry. I'm my grandmother from Epic. Oh, not the same side. Yes.
Yeah.
We are all one side going. I be a baby woman. My grandmother is Epic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You from which
grandchildren for the come time.
Okay.
So you have to.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we are all together.
Yeah. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
That is when we see ourselves, we don't need Biafrans don't need introduction. Once you see your fellow Biafran, you see a picture of yourself in that person. That is,
of course.
Except you are not a Biafran. Once you are a Biafran, when you see a fellow Biafran, you will see your picture in that very person. So
exactly.
I appreciate you, my beloved brother. You've been coming around, and we've been. Anytime you are free, just feel free to join the platform. Make your expositions, reach out to people around you, and get out information that you need to get out. If there's anything we are going to do on our side, we keep on doing. It is what you people are bringing on the ground there is playing a very major role. It's playing a major role. So every information is important, no matter how small. It is all important. Thank you so much, my beloved brother.
Thank you.
I think his network is now troubling. So there we go. So I think I'm going to be rounding up. We have spent almost some hours, so I'm going to be rounding up now because I have another appointment to attend. So my beloved sister Mary, just give us your closing remarks so that I can round up and we can continue again tomorrow.
Yes, my brother, you try a lot. I'm so happy to even meet you. Finish what I'm doing to meet you. Because these few days I'm free, so I cannot miss it. Yes, Biafran, please, as my brother said, this 1 month sit at home, but please, Niteke make I use a pick, my grandmother side pick, because it's a little different with the intonation, a little bit different, Niteke oh, eka mbok yen poteng komi. Itese mufekpe edu mbok ewaredi efugeprutu. Eka okoro kiru mufedi emio Biafra di dongen. Biafra di itese fotori. Efugeprutu edi etie idongorore. Amari edisem. Akuri itie kiukono. Mbok niteke temi. Nitente mufekpe tesne. Ewaredi. Apiong kere ni erogore. Yak fro we rukufo. Mbose mil government yin. Milwenji government yin anymore. Yin government ba. So the government of school government. Amo yem no moke. Etimpo. Oru ufo epic. So say yin ida ami. Mi ida. Yin dogo. Ke Biafra. Afomodi yongo. Se mufeke nam. Inieke dogore. Ke genocide. A Biafra. Okay, efi. Mmadụ mufo mbọ. Kai kami tetemi. Yene kami. Apio teremi. Elogore. Yare rukufo. Ama kut nkon no moket. Elogore ke nkpo Nigerian national government. Yomde ndi open. Yakmon no moket. Yakmon no moket. Open nkon no moket. Okay, BMD yogo. Yaga Fulani. In million okiten temo etori. Edi open itie no moket. Kuja no mokere open. Kuja no mokere bere itie. From when I don't okufo. Ntre ki Simon Ekpa. Aro ntre ke Biafra government oro. Anafo nko ayo ora kitiero. Ya afo nyaku wemfo. Because wemfo. Sine kubo mfo. Bisne ko kubo no moket. Afo muda makuda. Wana mi. Yare declare Biafra mi. Enyere kami. Kwen fo ye takare. Afuru nyene ke mu motet. Ke rimburo minte fodore. Ni to ni tom fo ma ekoneri. Nte miemi. Ndi yene kalaba ndi yene manisongo kalaba e kami. Hatoro. Dina mi ndi yene kwa ibom. Mu fedo ke mbio kwa ibom. Amin toro. So ndi yene kitiba. So na mu feda ida. Tefil bego pyonga kanan. Ikinam kidyong po. E mai ku wake tieti. When take a mimbo, it's your cupo. A minute already. That I declare Biafra. It's very, very important. Iki yawo no mokira bianga mofo. Mukoboro. So me ma ko ngaki kupa. La mindi mi ko e bibio. Mu fe ba kupo. E ba kupo. Afion afion ke debo. Afion ke debo gomi. E bo ya fo ba kupo. Ya nye declare Biafra. So for mu ba kupo. Fulani emari afoke bi di won iro won no moke iro go Simon epa iro iti ade kondo do fo mo ba ku fo ya ebo me sure ke ame ko fu so e kotoro ku go me ne bi di lo ku ya mo no moke iro di ongo pon tong biso fo ke ro ke ma declare ana fo da kitiero me ko se min tangaro wa so mabu afiom ke bi mi do ko mi ta bi ke mbre no moke. So na for bobu tomorrow. I tell my baby open come my bobo on this tomorrow. Bob nam kuya open. If you don't me don't come bring ye me declare Biafra. So that I take bomyin. Any message saying in na. Me go bodo say minta. Born am I your soldier. Ke soldier for you safe for no pain. The loan I owe you loan it tangami. Wordy, bring your money. Any amount you have, bring it. So that Biafra declare. Thank you very much. We don't have room to pull a new. We don't have Gary. We don't have garden room. So if we said enough is enough for them. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Brother, thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for that amazing speech. And I believe Biafrans have heard you and heard you clear. My beloved brother Maxwell, you are welcome.
Thank you so much, Master Chooks. Good morning to you. Hey, Obo, may take up. Messi,
Ineka.
How about you?
Ilioko.
Thank you. Good morning, my senior brother in the studio as well. May God continue to bless all of you as we are doing the needful in order to free my mother's ancestral home. Anytime I come out to any platform to speak on the need for the restoration of my mother's ancestral home, you will bear with me that it is so dear to my heart. It is so dear to my heart. I have a very beautiful daughter, Chiamara, Mami Efua, that wants to come and run on the street of Biafra, Aba State, Obo Hill, without looking at her back if there are anybody that is going to kidnap her. And that is what Biafra represents. And that is the need for us. That is the reason why you and I are fighting for that great country to come into existence. And I believe as long as Chukwuka is in the lead, we are going to get that Biafra. You see, like my sister said, look, soup was sweet, now money killer. There is nothing that we are going to do here today, tomorrow, without that little contribution. Like they said, a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. There is nothing that we do without it that is going to give us Biafra. Money answered most of this, especially what we are looking at physical now. The spiritual things can. God has taken care of those ones. And He also is going to help us with our own little effort to make sure that our aspiration on this earth towards Biafra is, accomplished. You see, Nigeria is gone. Look, let me tell you, Nigeria did not die today. Nigeria died a long time ago. a country that is incapable of protecting their citizens, a country who allows foreigners from outside to come in to destroy lives and property and chase the innocent indigenous people out of their land, force them into IDPs, force them into refugee camps, destroy them and take over their land. That country is gone. That country is gone. And the more we stay in that contraption, the more it affects us. There are so much social vices that is going on in that country because of the wickedness of that country.
Absolutely.
And as long as we are part of it, we are inside it, it is going to affect us adversely. It will have an adverse effect on the people of Biafra, the great sons and daughters of Biafra land. It is manifesting on our young ones today, Master Chooks. Some of our people now have inducted the habit of the wicked country called Nigeria. The corruption, the killing, the 419, the massacre, everything that is known, attributes of Nigeria, our people are gradually taking it. If we don't make haste, it is going to be difficult for all of us. We will begin to do what we call damage control. And I wouldn't want us to do any damage control. I want you, I plead with you, I urge you to please come out. If you are sitting on the fence, there is no need of sitting on the fence anymore. You have a Biafra Republic government in exile that is overseeing the activities of the restoration of Biafra. You have a prime minister that is doing his job. You have his kitchen cabinet surrounding him, helping him, spurring him up in order to that greater height that all of us are looking for. There is no need for us to back down now. Nigeria is gone. And we will help Nigeria to destroy it. Like I will say here, if you have not voted, go and vote. If you have anything to contribute for the restoration of my mother's ancestral land. Do what you can do and leave the rest for the people who know the way to lead. We are creating impacts around the world. The world are listening. The fulfillment, the promises, the fulfillment of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's prophecy while he was still with us is coming into fruition. And we are looking at it as it is happening. These people have no other. Nigeria is like what they call, Hausa people call kedengere. Kedengere. Kedengere is lizard. If lizard lives or misses the tree, the hand of the hawk will catch it. And that is what we have done. That big elephant, which is Nigeria, that has put us in this mess that we are today, has been cornered. And it has been cornered in such a way that they cannot get out of it. The hawk's claws is holding on it so tightly that it will not. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the one who orchestrated it and handed it over to you and I, the Prime Minister, and the government that we have formed. Do the needful. And as you are doing that, Chukwu Okike Abiyama that brought you and I out today to stand in the gap will never fail us. Believe that, and we are going to have our Biafra. Thank you so much. I yield here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution, and you have waken up our spirit as always. My beloved brother Irem Emmanuel, you're welcome. Good to see you. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans, my brother.
Good morning, my brother. Mary, you are welcome here. My dear brother, good morning. Yeah, I was touched and I was, of course, forced to come out. I speak briefly. I don't mean, and I don't even need to mention that I appreciate the Prime Minister and his cabinet, the wonderful work they are doing. Oh, it's so excellent. It is indeed something that is we cannot just not mention. Every of their work, every of their work is outstanding. I'm just very proud of you. I just thank you. I just say, God is able. Please allow me to speak in my dialect. I talk to those people down home. Personally, I'm in Libya, of course, and I want to speak to my brothers
Go ahead.
in Umezagorizo County in the front Zama.
Go ahead and speak, my
Yeah,
brother.
okay. Ndị be anyị m na-ekele unu mbe na-abị mmanụ bịara yes m na-achọ ka mmetụ unu mara lee ọchịchị ya bịara nta ọchịchị Biafra bịara nta biko anyị nyegide klabụ nabata anyị nyegide klabụ nabata ọtọdụdụgo ọchịchị nke ndị Naijiria ọtọdụdụgo ọchịchị nke bụ onye ewetishibutishi ụwa ha bụ ikwuru bụ ọ bụ ya m na-asụ onye ọbụla na-eta atụa vootu ya ka o jesi ike ga-atụa vootu ya nta onye ọbụla na-eta atụa vootu ya ka o jesi ike ga-atụa ya 1 month lockdown achọrọ iwe nta onye ọbụla jisi ike ka ochute ọfụ anyị na-asụ le gọọmenti ọwa bụ gọọmenti anyị tekwedoro onye ọbụla anyị tekwutere ka ebe ya egbuo imezie n'onwere ga-esi eme ya adịghị n'ụwa ụwa adaghị n'aka ọ na-asụ onye ọbụla n'ime unu ụbọchị tụọ vootu furu nwunye utozi atụọ vootu ya nyere nwaanyị ogere ya mụ nwoke ogere ya n'olugwu wee tụọ vootu wee ya anyị kọwa mere ọnụ ya gbaa biko mlasị onye ọbụla dịsi ike mlekere ndị ọchịchị kaụntị anyị mlekere ndị ọchịchị kaụntị anyị tụrụ jisi ike na ọrụ na-arụsi ike ka Chineke gozie nlele I yield my mind.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. Every one of us that are speaking here, we are standing on one solid ground. It is either Biafra or Biafra. There is no going back. There is no going back. It is not even there's nobody's going to contemplate going back. It's not even in the picture. Whatever, if you know you are still sitting on the fence, I am very sorry for you. Anybody that is still sitting on the fence in 2024, today being 21st, you are still sitting on the fence. Hang yourself there. Gone are the days when we are begging people, come and join, come and, whether you support or you don't support. Biafra is going to come. And the beautiful thing today is that the person that is leading the charge today, Master Simon Eba, let me tell you, if you carelessly lose your life, when you die, your ancestors will ask you, what were you doing? Because nothing was done in the secret. No single thing in this research of Biafra is done in the secret. Every single thing. He will come out and tell you, look at where he's going. Look at how we are going to get there. Let us start moving. And when he's moving, he will tell you, I am going low. If you decide to stay back and something happens to you, you will have yourself responsible. Even your ancestors, when you meet them in the other world, they will ask you, what were you doing? Why others were working? In case there is something that is going to hold you back. Every single channel that is going to stop you from supporting Biafra today has been decimated. Many roads have been opened. For those of us who are business-minded, we know that Biafrans are business-minded. You want to make gain. You want to invest and gain. The IOU loan is there for you. For every dime you invest on that IOU loan, you are going to get 100% interest. What are you waiting for? Okay, you say you are not consulted. The consultation platform have been opened. Just apply for a meeting. Go to the website, biafrasecurityadministration.org. Go there, you will see the meeting website. Click on the meeting. A meeting will be programmed between you and the Prime Minister. Any question you want to ask at this planet Earth that is making you not to sponsor Biafra, because I know Biafra, we have billionaires in dollars. We have billionaires in pounds. We have billionaires in euro. We have them in all angles. Where are they? All of them are not coming out. The only people that are supporting today are the middle class. They might say they don't know what is going on. They don't know this. If you don't know, the channel is open for you to discuss one-on-one with our Prime Minister. Let me see what will stop you from supporting.
Brother, I know we are finished. Can you hear me? I know we are just close. Because of this word you say, consultation. You know, so funny sometimes. I never say a word for these things all the time. You know what's so funny with these people? You are the one dying. Example, like in the coastal Biafrans, those people living on top of water, you have no roads. I mean, if you go to Bonny, this Bonny Highland we are talking about, after Nembe, if you enter that creek, my brother, this thing you're talking, you go cry. You go ask yourself, this woman, I mean, children, no, I mean, in this modern life, there is no house. If you go where they call Andoni,
and that is the same place they get the money to build Abuja. They will take money there to go and build Abuja.
Pass through those creeks, you will know that human being, people, still living. This thing I'm talking, I'm not joking. He paid me when I was entering the creek in the river. A only person will be said, you call you, even your chief self, your people. You look the way you are. You don't have roads. Your people, they are still living in the Kununo house. So I mean, you know, that on top of water now, when they build that bamboo now, you know those things.
Yeah.
They are still living inside here. Mud. Now there is no fish anymore because everywhere with those very thick oil, you know, where those children they sick now. Oh my God, my darling, if you know this thing I'm telling you, which consultation you are looking for? It means people will cry for you to come out for this mud. Nigeria, you can never see their children. I mean, I don't even talk about governor. Like example, Asari Rokubo to the creek in the river, the crypto. Do you see any of the children? Children there for where it come from? For that water side, all of them they outside now.
Yes.
I'm just taking a sample. This small politician them. I'm not talking about government. I mean these beggars, these long control, these educated fools. Any of their children there with them. To see how wicked Nigerian school government can be. If you go branch, I mean Bayata, it's a lot. Unless you don't have mind, when you hear Biafra, you go still call Nigerian school government. He paid me so much. He paid me so much. I'm telling you the truth. Only God is not a woman being, because if not some kind thing, and then they say, oh, this tradition, some of them are fake. This time around, because this kind of thing cannot happen in your land. You're still these people coming in because they don't collect money. They know they see their eye don't blind. Before you cannot. Because you're killing yourself, you're taking blood in another system. That is how it works. You will not allow, but they stand their hand, they use their money, full money of Nigeria. They know they must pay. When you collect, they don't buy them. All of them will be weak. Both pastor, name it, all of them. They don't collect evil money. They don't even know left and right anymore. You see? So that is why I think the consultation that they talk on, it they pay me because you don't know what you're saying. Fulani, they kill you. Sorry, Fulani, they buy you every day by day. And you have someone where there for dungeon, they go kidnap because of you. When they talk about it, you know, like, all those things, no, they happen again. I don't know whether they are still saying it, but when I say it, I feel these people are the biggest monkey. They are the biggest thing I can never. They don't have reason. I'm telling you. Because if you have reason, you know what you're passing through. You know the river where you're staying, you're supposed to stay in upstay. Three-story building. Not that they go dry that water. It will be like high land. You have, breathe. You have, oh, my darling, Biafrans, we move. We no one look their face because they don't know.
Thank you so much, my sister.
If they know, but they will know it by force, by power. Thank you. Now make our worship in. I know you don't close. Sorry, you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm just rounding up. I think the guests came in very late. My beloved brother Maxwell, he's always busy and always attending all platforms. He's always there, everywhere. So whenever he comes, even if I'm closing, I must give him that time to make a speech because I know he's always busy with so many schedules. So as we are rounding up, my beloved brother Maxwell, you can just give us another a minute talk. Everybody just take 1 minute and let's just close it up.
Thank you so much, my sister Meritekam Abongo. Thank you. Thank you, my senior brother that is there, brother Twix, and all my Nemoches and my Namoches in the comment section. My mothers and fathers in the comment section. I say, may Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you.
You see?
It can never be bad than it has been. It can't. The suffering that we are going through today will never be worse than it has been. Be courageous. Be courageous. If you are going to take honey from the beehives, you have to be ready to be stung. Be ready to be stung by the bees. This is freedom that we are talking about. This is the restoration of Biafra.
Yes.
This is the preservation of the land of Biafra, the indigenous land of the Biafran people. This is the preservation of your culture, your dignity as a human being, created on that part of the world. Do not, because of your actions and inactions, allow invaders to come and take it away from you. Even Chukwu Okike Abiyama that created you and put you in that particular place will be angry with you if you allow that to happen. Speak all the grammars, speak every language that you want to speak. Paramount thing that we should understand is that Biafra is eminent, and whichever way we go after it, restoring it, is known to us. Preserve your land, preserve your ancestral land, preserve the dignity, especially the dignity of our women, our daughters, our sisters, and our aunties, because they are going to be susceptible if by chance, God forbid, we fail in making sure that my mother's ancestral land is restored. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless you as we forge ahead in the grabbing of that big nation called Biafra. I love you all. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that has contributed. And on closing, we are going to use the message of our Prime Minister to close. As soon as he finishes that message, we'll say goodbye and we're going to see again.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Today is 20th day of August 2024, and I am here speaking to you from my base in Finland. I want to inform every one of you because it has become very imperative as we approach December convention in Finland. You must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the delegitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks, you are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate how this particular war will be fought. We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the delegitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years of battle for the legitimacy of Biafra government. It is not something that happened in one day. It is not something that happened immediately after our declaration on 2nd of December. But 2nd of December will mark the beginning of a very long battle, which we are going to show our determination with our actions and inactions. So my fellow Biafrans, all I'm here to tell you this afternoon is for you to understand that after the declaration on December 2nd, 2024, the battle begins. And we are not going to stop. If it is going to take us 20 years to fight Nigeria differently than what we did in 67 and 70, we are ready for it. If it takes also 23 years for Taliban to defeat America and they left their land, we are ready to fight even 40 years. Since 1967 to 2024, Nigeria continued to fight us. The only thing is that we have not fought Nigeria until now. And in this fight, we are still defending ourselves. So 2nd of December will mark the beginning of the Biafra liberation. Do not expect something or any magic to happen. We will make the magic to happen. Thank you, and may God bless you.